Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. Quiet up today, not much going on. No, the Red Sox fired their whole organization. The Mets are Metsing harder than ever. And there's a lot of good ball too, so let's talk it. Get out of here, Jolly. Chris Sale.
Dimitri Young?
Strike three.
I don't think so. Base at the middle.
No. Hello, and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented by Fanatics Markets, where fans trade on sports. Fanatics Markets available now on the App Store. I am Jake Storielli. That is Trevor Plouffe. We're talking ball. Rob Scirocco producing, Dalton Feely with all of the information. And there's a lot of information to go through because a corny line that I think I created and I'm keeping is that sports are the best reality TV show. You just need to know the characters and play and all the involvement. And reality TV is kind of you're playing for money and stuff like that. That's literally what's kind of happening on the athletic fields. And we had an all-timer this weekend. The Red Sox stealing the show with the Red Wedding or whatever we want to call it. That we're going to talk about that a lot this episode. So that's going to take up a chunk of your team might not get hit fully today. And then I don't know. I'm half expecting that while we're recording this, there might be some news about Mendoza maybe having to look for a different job opportunity. So with that, Coach Trev getting nasty in Calabasas.
Couple things. Phillies stink too. We just can't forget that.
Stink?
Like Phillies stink too. So we keep mentioning the Mets. Alex Cora, great. The Phillies stink too. And this is my org. I'm a Philly guy. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But that's my number 1 point, or one of my number one points. Number two, Dimitri Young, Demit Hook, 789 OPS against lefties. So don't think he's just going to strike out against Chris Sale.
How many of them were Chris Sale?
Also, I told you before the show, I had 2 ducks in my yard. They've been coming in my pool lately. Same 2 ducks.
Okay.
Cute.
Yeah.
The reason I chose Dimitri Young as my hitter this morning, he had a similar thing happen to him in his pool, and then he started to feed these ducks. Before he knew it, he had 30 ducks in the pool. Yeah. So don't feed the ducks.
Unless you want that. I don't know. I've got
you
a buddy.
You don't want 30 ducks in your pool. It's disgusting.
I don't think you want that. I don't. One of my buddies' significant other just kind of tricked him into getting a duck. I don't know. They seem happy.
As a pet?
As a pet duck.
You got weird friends.
They're like animal people. They went to school for animals.
Like a farm. I get it. If you're on a farm.
There's going to be a lot of that talk. Will the first place Yankees come up? Maybe. I don't know.
Twins are 1-9 in their last 10.
Red Sox.
I'll say it right now.
Red Sox and Mets. A big topic. The Atlanta Braves, first team to 20. They're going to have to get some sugar. The Reds and the whole NL Central still doing it, while the Dodgers and Padres out west. Let's get in. You got anything else you need to get off your chest, Coach?
No. That's it. I'm happy to have you back, Bob.
I know. I'm sorry about Jolly. Let's talk some AL. And would you look at this? The Boston Red Sox won a series. So that's fantastic news. They took 2 out of 3 from the Baltimore Orioles after dropping the first game. Little home run derby in Baltimore. We see you, Adley, Gunna, Kobe Mayo, big, thick. Young Troy Gloss, I don't know. Troy Gloss was amazing. But I do know the Red Sox won the next 2 games. They put up 17. They fired most of their coaching staff. Veritex reassigned people, so don't even worry about it. We're going to talk a lot about them. Hey, they won a series. Maybe it starts now. The Blue Jays took 2 out of 3 from the Guardians. Okay, couple series wins for Toronto. Scherzer, yikes, got knocked around in that first game. But then it was Blue Jays the rest of the way. Gossman, Okamoto's hosting, what are they, thought circles?
Circle.
We'll talk about that, the game outside of the game. Blue Jays, some good bullpen outings. They've been looking for that in that final one, although Varland made it a little scary. Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Houston Astros. They win the first 2 games. The whole infield homered in one game. That's a good formula. Austin Wells with a clutch homer in that second one. Yanks win streak comes to an end at 8 in that final game. A Spencer Araghetti, 7 innings, 1 earned run. Houston is looking for that, and they're looking for wins. They're still in the bad place. Speaking of the Minnesota Twins, as Trevor Plouffe mentioned, they got swept by Trevor Plouffe's Tampa Bay Rays. I'll tell you what, Aranda and Caminero, I think if you're a baseball person, you know, but two amazing young hitters from both sides of the plate, and they both hit 2 homers each on Friday night. That's a good formula. Shane McClanahan working his way back, and the sweep is on for Tampa. Okay, check out where they are in the standings. The A's take 2 out of 3 from the Texas Rangers. Nate Dogg was not letting it regulate. 3 homers in the first 7 pitches on Friday night. Rangers take that middle game. Mackenzie Gore stays on the mound. Yeah, nice. They lose the final game. How about Carlos Cortez? Okay. Yeah. I have a Nick Kurtz fun stat coming up later. A's take 2 out of 3. The Royals sweep. I have a little bit of Royals stuff coming later. They sweep the Angels, and it comes in dramatic fashion on the final game. They are down. There's a rain delay. We're coming back out for more baseball. Jack Gaglione, left on left, clips one. They go to extras. They get it done for the sweep. I see Elaine Thomas mashing lefties always. That's what he does. The Nationals take 2 out of 3 from the White Sox. Where were you when? Murakami, 11th home run of the season. That guy. Okay, it's working. And then how about a little pitcher's duel on the final day? Forrest Griffin and Sean Burke, each with 7 scoreless. Why not? But CJ Abrams and Jose Tena turning on one in extras. I'll tell you what, people, that's what happened in the American League. High and tight.
High and tight. We got stuff to talk about.
That's what you're getting today. That's what you're getting today.
And you're going to like it.
Today's episode is sponsored by Amazon. When life throws you a curveball, Amazon's everyday low prices on essentials help you save the day. Amazon has everything you need whenever you need it. From planned purchases to unexpected moments, they've got everything in one place, saving you time and money so you can focus on what matters most. And for us, it's having as much time every week to catch up on the baseball action. From tech to clothing to daily needs or anything else you need to prepare for the start of this baseball season, Amazon has everything you need all in one convenient place and can deliver to you anytime, anywhere. So whether it's routine shopping or handling life's curveballs, shop Amazon and save on essentials. Save the everyday.
I have the standings.
Yeah.
Let's start out west. Where the Sacramento Athletics are leading the division at 15-13. The only team above 500 in that division. The Texas Rangers 14-14. The Seattle Mariners, all right, a little life out of you boys. 14-15 for them. The Angels 12-17. They were a fun story at the beginning of the year, aren't they? Always
hitting them with the fun story already.
Aren't they always? The pitching was good.
Yeah,
Joe Adele.
If you take out Jose Soriano starts, what are the?
Hey, Kahanowitz.
They have him. They have him.
They haven't taken it out. And then my preseason rankings they're bad, people. The Houston Astros, 11-18, despite being the best offense to ever walk. They're like the 27 Yankees, but they're 11-18. In the Central, the Guard Dogs, of course, are at the top of the division, followed by Detroit, who's tied with them, 15-14 apiece. My Twins on a bad one. They need me, coach. I'll be out there in like 3 weeks, guys. 12-16 for them. The White Sox and Royals both 11-17. Then out east, the New York Yankees 18-10. Everybody's homering. Oh my gosh, we forgot all about all the bad things that ever happened. 16-11 for the Tampa Bay Rays. 13-15 for the Baltimore Orioles. 12-15 for the Blue Jays. They're injured. Everybody knows, guys. We know. We get it. 11-17 for our Boston Red Sox, and those are the standings in the American League.
Well done, Coach Trev. Yeah, I know what that comment was. We've had a lot of Blue Jay fans that are like, "You guys don't mention where it's all we've mentioned is that you guys are hurt."
And guess what? Every team has people on the IL. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Blue Jays, we'll see you later. Because we have to talk about the Boston Red Sox.
Except the Twins are healthy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different situation. The Boston Red Sox, if you were under a rock this weekend and you have no clue, I don't know how you could. I genuinely don't think there's one person tuning into this show that doesn't know what happened with the Boston Red Sox. It was one of the, man, I was hanging out with not the biggest group of baseball boys this weekend. We had a little fellas golf trip, shout out. But man, that was one of those things that happens that if you have the sports court in you, a manager getting fired in April, that feels like watching a 1980s baseball documentary stuff, and it's like, how did they do that? Well, not only did the Red Sox fire Alex Cora, who's one of the more respected managers in the league, I would say, but also a handful of the coaching staff, hitting coach Peter Fatsi, not saying that right, huh? Third base coach Kyle Hudson, bench coach Ramon Vasquez, assistant hitting coach Dylan Lawson, Joe Cronin, and then Jason Varitek, who his 30th year with the org as a player and a coach. He's being reassigned, and he kind of showed his thoughts about the reassignment in the one picture we saw of the coaches after. Trev, this team for the past, since 2018, has had a lot of ownership to front office, to managerial, to player drama, that this now seems to be the next step. I was going to say it could be over. It could still be getting started.
What are they going to do without Joe Cronin giving them the strategy? Because a major league hitting strategy coach, I don't know.
I don't know.
These job names are hilarious to me. There's the picture. Varitek, thumbs down, them all getting on a PJ. This whole thing is insane.
Yeah.
I guess they had to get out late at night. There's probably no flights, so they had the PJ it up. Who's paying for the PJ? That's what I want to know.
It's a good question.
Is that the Red Sox? Did John Henry pick up the tab?
That would be
on Breslow's tab. What's going on? They're still paying Corey. He's making $7 million a year.
The quote unquote, I guess, trying to be a good organization, you'd assume that they would, if they're going to fire you, they would pay for the PJ. But I don't know. There's a lot of questions going on about the organization right now, so I don't know about those logistics.
So.
I don't know about
PJ, by the way.
Don't PJ shame. You're not above that.
Shoot. I had a couple thoughts on this. Number one, you talked about like living under a rock and like sports are the best reality TV show. Boston is going through it because they got Vrabel too.
What's going on there?
Unbelievable. Like, were they trying to bury the story under Vrabel? Like, is that what?
Wow. You think they found you think they found an extra opportunity with Vrabel in the draft to sneak this in? I don't know.
And then the day they do it, they win 17-1 or something, which is hilarious. Yeah. And Dalt, I need to know this. They moved the game up, so like everybody was out to dinner while all this happened. Is that correct?
What's the question?
I just think the timing of it is hilarious because they were talking about how players were finding out that everybody went out to like dinner, in Baltimore. Okay. And so obviously they're probably having a few pops, having a good time. They just won 17-1. All of a sudden they're checking their social media. Everybody got fired. And now they're back in the lobby. Like, like things happen. Like you pass by people and all this is going down at just a very odd time is all I'm saying. I'm just trying to put myself in some of these guys' shoes. Like, I had a nice ball of red, and all of a sudden, the red wedding happens.
Yes.
Very interesting to me.
So the game got moved up for weather anticipation. Yes. The boys bop 17-1. We're out in Baltimore. We got a couple extra hours. And you're right. And I will say this. I think sometimes we get too caught up in whatever the quote-unquote right move is when either firing someone or breaking up with someone. Like, guess what? The bad thing is going to hurt whenever it happens. Like, whether it's at dinner, whether it's after dinner, whether it's in front of the whole team. Like, I don't know. Like, I think a lot of times we get a little hung up on that, where there's definitely, you can tank it and do horrible, and it's, oh my God. I think this is just, they made the decision.
Oh, yeah.
They made, and this was obviously boiling up because, okay, as we're just chopped through layers of this, the people that got fired are all directly Cora guys. They kept the pitching guys that were hired by Breslow. Like Cora's bench coach, who they brought in, I think it was after Will Venable left. Like Cora handpicked that guy. All of them, it was Cora's crew. So there has been a clear beef and disconnect there with Cora in the front office. Some of the front office quotes and handling of this situation are shocking. As everything I just said, like, okay, if it's going to be fired, again, there's really wrong ways to do it. Whatever. They said it was time. They did it. It doesn't get to some of the Red Sox players beforehand. Some of the quotes after where you've got like someone like Trevor Story telling him, yeah, they've made it very clear that we're just baseball players here. That's our job and we shouldn't get involved. Okay, that doesn't sound exactly like a hunky-dory organization. Garrett Whitlock, also with a very similar quote to that this organization has had problems with the front office, whether you want to do Devers, whether you want to do the Bregman, whether you want to do where we've now landed with Cora in this whole crew.
Mookie Betts.
That's
what Cora put out. There was another picture that he put out. He posted a picture of Mookie Betts.
Yeah, Cora's had some interest. Again, everyone handles situations differently. Cora's having a little
teenage drama,
a little teenage content out there. But yeah, man, ownership has been questioned for a while. Going back to essentially the Mookie Betts move, because it was the Red Sox 2018. They win. It's a dominant team. Boston is a winning city. And then, yeah, the firing of Dombrowski, who became my guy, just because you could look at his resume through two different lenses. I decided to go the other way. Like, the dude's done a lot of winning. I don't care how you get there. The Boston Red Sox had done a lot of winning at that point. Since the Mookie thing, man, ownership and just the whole way that city has viewed that organization has changed, and now it just keeps tumbling kind of out of control, man. It's April, dude. It's April in the baseball season. Like, what? Like, Cora had nothing to do with Caleb Durbin's struggles or some of the, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the funny thing about all of this. And, first of all, Craig Breslow, I believe he's with the Twins for a little bit of fingerprints on this. Who's running all this? A pitcher.
Okay. Okay.
What? You don't think that means something?
I think it very much means something. I think
it does. And for him the overall message that we got, you just showed the quotes from a couple different players, Whitlock and Story, for him to be like, hey, you guys are players, just don't worry about it. Coming from a former player,
right,
is insane. A position player would never say that because he's in the fight all the time.
I think you're right.
Freaking Yale pitcher, man. That's what you're going to get. If you put an Ivy League position player in, none of this happens.
Right. You're right.
But that's the thing. The president of baseball op who says, well, I got to take responsibility for this roster we've put out there. Firing the manager for what the roster is doing is hilarious to me. What? Like you put this together.
Right?
You put this together. Okay. You and everybody involved decided to let Alex Bregman walk because we make a stand. No trade clauses. Shut up.
Who cares?
What are we doing here? You trade Devers out. You don't re-sign Bregman. You put together this roster, and then all of a sudden, when it doesn't go right, you take the ball and go home and fire everybody. Like that's what's crazy to me. And that's why I talk about managers the way I do. It's like, what's a manager supposed to do? Like clearly the guys like him in the clubhouse. That's like half the battle. Get the guys that want to play for you, right. And they did. Gosh, I don't know if it was Early or Tully who said like we played the way AC wanted us to play.
Early
said that. So clearly the locker room was behind him. And I just feel like most people around the Red Sox, as far as like baseball people, liked Alex Cora. I think he's going to get hired quickly. I truly do. I've had my thoughts on this guy. He was part of the Astros thing. I've said my piece about him, but this to me is just like the way they're framing it and the stuff that Breslow's has said. It just makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. So I just, there's so many layers to this, but when I saw the quotes from Breslow, and then you start to just think about like what they were telling the players, they've handled this about as poorly as you can.
Yes, and okay, so ownership, I want to check the box quickly just because, Fenway Sports Group and, they own Liverpool now, that people have questioned how they've been distributing money and different things like that. It's interesting to me. I mean, the Red Sox, like, they went out this offseason, they got Ranger Suarez. We saw them. They thought they were getting Bregman. Those quotes weirded me out at the time because you didn't have the biggest offer and you didn't give him his one request, but you still thought you were going to sign him. Never checked out for me. And then going back to Devers, like, that was, all of us started pointing the finger at Devers, and this is where we're so ridiculous as baseball fans because we get caught up in the moment. Remember the Red Sox had a good 2 weeks after they got rid of Devers, and we're like, whoa, maybe they had it. And it's like, okay, went to the wild card game, lost to the Yankees, and now they're firing their whole coaching staff. They don't have a cornerstone third baseman after they thought they had two. And I guess the thing that's rubbing me the wrong way is the quotes that are coming out of their front office feel very New England Patriots. Like the Red Sox as the organization are the biggest thing, and worry about doing your job. And because the Patriots got to build that because they were playing dynasty football, and they had Tom Brady, and they had Belichick, and they had two guys that are going down as probably the best ever at the two most important things in football, the quarterback and the coach. You have nothing.
Yeah, you can say that when you're winning, it all's fun and yeah. Hey, do your job because like you said, you had Tom Brady and you had a bunch of Super Bowl rings. It's not going that way in Boston. How about this? We're talking about, and this is, I think if you're a Red Sox fan, the thing you're most disappointed in is the fact that you're acting like a small market team. Essentially, you're not acting like a big market team. I mean, that's shown in the trade of Devers. That's shown in not signing Alex Bregman. You did not give him the best offer, even though you knew you needed him for your clubhouse and just your team in general. These guys bought the Red Sox for $660 million. The Padres just sold for $3.9 billion, people. And I don't know if you know what a billion is. It's 1,000 million. It's 1,000 million. So the Red Sox are probably worth $5,000 million right now. Okay.
This is where we lose people.
So, what are we doing? It's been a fruitful investment for you because I know that's the way you think about it. And I just get mad that when teams don't put back into the business, Coach. Especially a team like the Red Sox. It upsets me.
Yeah, and all offseason they felt like Bregman or they felt like Alonso. It felt like they were going to get another bat. That didn't happen. They end up getting Ranger Suarez, and I don't know, you start trying to talk yourself through baseball that all Red Sox teams hit, right? And, hey, man, Roman Anthony, who's gotten off to a slower start this season, he's got some back stuff going on. He's still getting on base a ton. I don't think anyone's worried about Roman Anthony. If I was Roman Anthony, I'd be worried about my front office. I'd be worried about my ownership. I'm now supposed to be the guy here, and you're telling all of us that we don't matter. What's the phrase I'm looking for? It's not everyone gets treated. Oh, not everyone gets treated the same. Everyone gets treated fairly. I think teams talk about that when it goes to the Patriots. Guess what? Tom Brady got treated fairly. He was fucking Tom Brady. If you were the fourth string running back, you didn't get the same treatment. That I don't know, man. The Red Sox, and you just touched upon this. It's so ridiculous that for managers, like the whole goal now of front offices has been to take credit. Like the manager doesn't matter. Like we know what we're doing. We're bringing in these players. Like we're making decisions as a front office. But when things go sour, well, Cora and his guys in there. Yeah, I don't know, pal. I know what Cora's done as a manager, and I don't know what you've done as a front office.
There's a look at this is the truth. There's a massive disconnect from, and look, there's a place for all of these people in the game, but you have to have the right ones to do it. There's a massive disconnect between Ivy League educated front office and baseball guys. Fair. That's just the truth. Now, if you find the right ones, the right baseball guys and the right Ivy League educated front office people who understand the importance of collaboration and how about just having a talk
conversation
here and there? That's great. You want smart people. I'm not saying I don't want smart people. I want the right smart people, the ones that don't have egos, that think everything I think. The smartest people I know understand they don't know everything. Like that's the truth of the world, people. So take that advice right there. Stop acting like you know everything, because you don't. And the sooner you figure that out, the smarter you're going to be and the more productive you'll be. That's the problem. There's guys that come in and they just think these baseball guys are dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. And sometimes they're right. I can admit that. I know a bunch of dumb baseball people. But I'll tell you what, they know some things that they don't, and vice versa. And that's the collaboration that needs to happen. Seems like this wasn't the case.
Make sure you guys are subscribed to Shelfie's YouTube channel. He's putting out the best MLB The Show content. There is 3 pack squads a week. Link in the description. Go check it out. Our guy Shelfie's the best.
Now, Breslow didn't hire Alex Cora. That's always a weird thing. Oh, I didn't hire you. You're not my manager. Which essentially means I don't have full control over you because I didn't give you the job. And I think that's the biggest problem, in these organizations that they hire someone. I don't know. It happens a lot in baseball, but when we're running our team, the thing we're going to do the most is collaboration meetings. We're going to talk. Maybe we might even bring some boxing gloves out. Hey, you guys want to slap box a little bit? Just get it out of you. Just get it out of you.
Just get it out.
Like each other. Let's go.
Flush the system so we can talk.
Flush the system and let's get back to work, dude. Stop holding petty grievances against each other and talking behind each other's back, and let's get to work. One goal, united, one team. This reeks of, well, he's not really doing what I want, and I'm sure Cora is not completely absolved of any wrongdoings. I'm sure that he had his things against the front office as well, and this is what happens when you don't have that collaboration. Where do
you stand with John Henry not speaking to the team? Because I know a lot of people are hot about this. Personally, ownership, I feel like it spins back to winning, which this is part of the reason Boston fans are hot right now, because they've taken a different path recently. But, if you have an owner that's not really in the forefront and your team is winning games, you're like, yeah, he just lets the baseball people do their thing. He's a great owner. That's just how we end up judging them. I think he hasn't spoken to the media since 2020 or something like that. That I don't know. It's
what?
I've been reading. I read Britt Garoli wrote a very
shout out Britt
wrote a very I was gonna say well-worded article, and this is why I don't write.
You worded that so well.
It was harsh. It was firm. It was. She was going at it a little bit. That I don't know. I want your opinion on it because I don't really know where I stand.
I Googled before this, when did John Henry buy the Red Sox? I got that information. And Google will bring up the top stories. The 2 top ones that came up was Red Sox owner John Henry thinks you're stupid.
Okay.
And then Alex Cora's firing is the final straw. John Henry should sell the Red Sox. That's from Sports Illustrated. So, As far as owners and how involved they are, I personally would love the owners to be around more. I enjoyed it. I thought, to me, it made me feel like part of something and made me want to, when I always talk about John Middleton in Philly, he coming into the clubhouse, like shaking your hand after the game. I don't know, made me feel like important, dude. Like, I don't know what that makes me, but like when the owner of a freaking franchise comes down, shaking your hand and meets you personally, I think that's like a good feeling to most people. I'm talking to Tom Pohlad, who's running the Twins now. It's been a family business for a long time. He's recently taken it over. He's become very front facing, and he's in the clubhouse all the time. And we've had discussions about that. And I think it's great. Like, go there, and not just when you're winning, but when it's bad too. Like, I think teams really appreciate that. Players really appreciate that. So the fact that you haven't talked to the media since 2020, you got to fact check that. That's insane. That's insane.
It's real.
It's real.
That's real.
The last
After
spoke at a
Mookie.
news conference after the 2020 Mookie Betts trade.
Okay, pull up the picture I sent them, Bob, because that makes it even freaking funnier. This is what I was laughing at before
The
the episode. Here, this is this is the picture somebody put up on IG. This is the night they signed Alex Bregman. Celebrating, baby.
nice.
See, he was celebrating.
Couple stokes.
Didn't talk to anybody, but had a cig.
Well, and that's where, again, winning cures everything. Comes back to that a lot in sports. The final line of Britt Garoli's article, which I'd recommend everyone to go read on The Athletic, talks about how Cora posted on social media, happy, as you mentioned, Cora with a little little breakup energy here, and that's fine. She says, "It's one more word than Henry spoke to the media, the fans, or the players. The owner's silence isn't golden. It's cowardly and speaks volumes about one of the sport's most iconic franchises becoming rudderless."
Sheesh.
So what's the term I'm looking? Piercing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I know there's a couple other articles there's a lot of people that have that sentiment. Man,
You know who does it? Okay, say you don't want to be front facing and all over the place and hands on. You know who does it really well? Adnacio.
Brewers, yeah.
He's around a ton.
Yeah.
But in just a supportive way. Like, that's great.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was last year the Brewers got off to a 2-7 start, and he's just like, hey, it's a long season. We're the Brewers. We're going to be okay.
I guess in general, just be like a person.
Yeah, I think what you were saying before, to be the best version of a baseball franchise, I think conversation has to be fluid between players, coaches, front office, and ownership when needed. And right now it feels like in Boston, there is a massive disconnect. It feels like the owner seemingly does not want to be involved, which, hey, if that's your prerogative, that's fine. But that seems like the current stance there, which means the front office seems to have all sorts of power right now, arguably too much power. And I don't know if Breslow and his crew has deserved that power. Yeah, man, I mean, we did a whole give Heim some time stuff. And that ended up coming up short, although it seemed like the fruits of the labor were coming, although now we're starting to question that again. And I don't know. Red Sox fans are in hell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much longer we're going to go on this, but, there are some – you got to talk about the players too. Yeah. Like that core of players that was supposed to come up and do the thing. That's like Meyer, that's Christian Campbell, that's, Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony, great year last year. Like you said, slow start, some back stuff, whatever. That core, I think, has taken a back seat to the core that was before, like all those outfielders. And those guys were supposed to be like expendable trade pieces, so that we can replenish for this new core. It just hasn't worked out that way yet. Couple that with some like non-re-signings and some trades, and the trade packages coming back haven't worked out. Like it's been a complete disaster from everybody. Like, I don't think anybody is completely absolved of wrongdoing. That's not the right word, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's every single level hasn't worked out. And I just kept believing in the Red Sox, like they're one of the teams that I was like, they just have, I feel like they got it. I love Crochet and Ranger Suarez kind of like at the top of the rotation. They got some young guys that are going to come do that. I love Chapman and kind of like the back end of the bullpen can get it done. And if these guys do this in the lineup, it just has not worked, man. And I honestly don't know where they go from here. Well, I think Dallas Braden put out an interesting question on his Twitter. He put a poll out. Like, if you're a Red Sox fan, are you hoping that the season just continues this way and you feel like justified that you're mad at the owner and Breslow in the front office, or would you rather just turn around and like their actions seem justified?
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, right now, a lot of our conversation has been the quote-unquote easy take, just because it's like, whoa, Cora is respected and the Red Sox are playing bad. Like, we did this last year with the Devers trade.
The Devers, yeah.
That everyone targeted them and gave them shit.
Cora came out and said we might be a better team without him. That's the difference.
Yeah, Cora was involved. And Cora's had a couple weird moments over the past 3 years. Remember when Remember when he was like, what did he say? He was like openly like not caring for a little bit. I don't know. There was a weird thing there that, hey, there could be another side to this, that if the Red Sox turn around over the next 4 years and Breslow could become a Boston legend. I just, right now with what we have, I don't know, another Jakeism that I've stumbled into that I think is a good sports take is do what the other team doesn't want you to do. Yankee fans, when we heard Cora was out, we were like, thank God. Because that guy knows ball. That guy knows how to press right buttons. Like, you just seen it. And as for years, as we know, and we don't know how to measure the manager position evermore. I don't know. I know Alex Cora is a pretty good baseball manager. I just seen it. That to fire a coach in April, to fire a bunch of coaches in April, I didn't think we'd see that.
Where are they going to get the rest of the coaches?
It's a great question. Because
I know we called a couple guys up from 3A, but then who's going to coach in 3A?
I think 2A and then 1A and then I don't know. Congrats.
What's happening, dude?
Congrats.
That's a massive amount of people that go.
Congrats to the Red Sox minor league coaches that are all getting promotions. I don't know how that exactly works. And Chad Tracy, who's now your Red Sox manager, undefeated.
Not that Chad Tracy.
Not that Chad Tracy. Although I went to his stat page last night.
I also went to that Chad Tracy's stat page.
Because that Chad Tracy had a couple seasons.
He had a couple. He had like a 3 or 4 win season. That other Chad Tracy,
career
not this one.
Not this Chad Tracy. The other Chad Tracy could slap it around a little bit. I think
there was a guy named Andy Tracy who was like the minor league home run king, bro. Okay. I hope I get the name right.
Okay.
For the Phillies. Tracy. Yeah. Yeah. Go look up Andy Tracy right now on your baseball reference. Andy
Tracy referenced. The Red Sox are kind of must watch going forward. So let's see. Can their young guys turn around? So who do we got here? We got Andy Tracy. So he got to the show and he got a couple homers. We love that.
396 career homers in the minor leagues, baby.
Wow.
Oh, excuse me, 296.
Okay.
Sorry.
Still, that's
different. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Wow. Andy Tracy.
He played almost 1,600 games. If you played in my area, you know Andy Tracy.
Shout out to him. Shout out to the Red Sox going forward. All right, Coach. Wow. You and I grinded that. I think we knew we were gonna, but Red Sox win, Blue Jays win. I guess if there's one other AL series that you feel like deserves a little bit of juice, where do you jump? Because honestly, Dalt was giggling a little bit that a lot of the NL series were juicier than the American League this week. I've got some Royal stuff coming up later, so I'll talk about that then. I don't know.
The A's got a new toy to play with. Their lineup, like Carlos Cortez, given to me. Like he fits in perfectly. Like I didn't know you could have another guy that's fun to watch in that A's lineup, but they found one and he's producing. That's my observation there.
Yeah, A's. If you told A's fans April 27th you'd be on top of the table, that would have been pretty nice. 15-13, and I guess the other just AL story that I don't know if you and I have really addressed, but the AL's got a little bit of the mid going right now.
There's going into Sunday's game, I was looking at the standings, like going into like some of the games were done on Sunday. There was 4 teams with a positive run differential. 4?
Yeah. Yeah, we're up to 5 now.
Okay, nailed it.
Or excuse me, your Twins are at 0.
They're at 0, yeah, I knew that.
Rangers.
There's still 4?
Rangers, Mariners, Tigers, Yankees. So the Tigers are getting back to playing some better bit. Kind of like, no, I don't know. The AL, I think the good news is the Mariners, who have won 4 in a row, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit as well. We're in this final stretch of April that, I don't know, we go back and we look at the months at the end of the year, and it's always like, oh, you need a couple good months. You need to stay away from that bad month. The Mariners, who are in a dark place, they could walk out of April with a winning record, which, like, that would be massive. The Tigers are in kind of that same spot. Kind of a big week for teams like the Rangers, the teams floating around that 500 mark. I don't know. I just think there is something very mental about that with baseball, that if you can land it above that, it just feels so much. A winning month in baseball, you do that 5 or 6 times, you're dancing. Analytics by Jake. We'll hit some other players and stuff on the way through. I don't know.
Don't worry about it, dude.
I get worried about the people. I do. Yankees good. Let's do some NL. You mentioned Alex Bregman, former Red Sox. Well, him and his Chicago Cubbies went to L.A., and they come back in Game 1 down 4-0. Breggy and Dansby late. Put it into my veins to win 10 in a row for the Cubbies. They lose the next 2. After going up in that one, Max Muncy homers, and that's obvious. A lot of Dodgers who were in a little mini funk. Shohei, Teoscar, Andy Paez. They fire it back up. They win that second game, and then they win that final game. I see a Miggy Rojas, Justin Robleski. Okay, add him to the mix. Dodgers beat the Cubbies in an NLCS preview. The Reds and the Tigers in a World Series preview.
Yes, I was going to say it.
The Reds win another series, man, and they do it with some offense. Nathaniel Lowe, early settler name, Till the Lawn. Wasn't even in the lineup till the farm. 2-homer day for him. Matt McClain says, I'll have what he's having. Reds with some offense, people. Sal Stewart. Tigers, they salvage the final game. McGonigal just gets on base. How you, Lee? How you doing? Big home run to win them that game. But the Reds keep winning ball games. So do the Atlanta Braves, and it's against those Phillies. Coach Trev, the Bravos, they win the Braves game. Phillies have to battle to win in extra innings in that second game. Otherwise, Chris Sale looked nasty. Matt Olson keeps visiting the chop house out there in right field. And Michael Harris Deuce hitting. Little banged up, but hitting. Braves keep winning. Phillies keep losing. Pirates take 2 out of 3 from the Paul Skeens. Remember opening day? He doesn't, because he's been the best pitcher in baseball since then. Perfect game attempt broken up in the 7th by Jake the Rake Bowers. Doesn't matter. Pirates win that game. They win the first 2 games in extras. Brian Reynolds and Nick Gonzalez. Brewers salvage set 5-0. Kyle Harrison. Wait, where'd they get him from?
Stop.
Struck out 12.
It was the Red Sox.
Struck out 12. Mariners sweep the Cardinals. Oh, no. Nathan tried to take him to church, but it wasn't enough. Josh Naylor. A lot of clutch hits from the big fella. Cole Young, like him a lot. And Cal Raleigh finding that power swing. Rob Refsnyder, little ABS strikeout into a homer to win and get the sweep on that final day. Okay, Mariners, back in the fight. Padres and Snakes played 2 in Mexico. Nice. And how do you like a 7th inning rally? Because the Padres put one together in that first game, a 4-run 7th. Holy shit! Mason Miller breaking records. Him and Skeens, freak shows. But the D-backs, a little Tawa Power as they rally from down 7-1. Ildemaro Vargas is playing out of his dome. How's your hit streak? The Giants take 2 out of 3 from the Marlins. I have a little bit of Giant stock. I don't think it's going to come through, but maybe it does because they win the final 2 games of this series. Drew Gilbert chokes one out. And then Casey Schmidt, couple base running errors, but you can make up with that with ding-dongs. So he did. Giants win the series. And oh yeah, there was one more in the National League. It is your Best Western Road Warriors, brought to you by Best Western. It's the Colorado Rockies. They came out east. They faced the New York Metropolitans. They win Game 1. Troy Johnston, clutch. Michael Lorenzen, 7 innings of 1-run ball. And then on doubleheader day, they lay it down on him. Chase Dollander. We see you, kid. Doe, a deer, a female deer. But the Mets couldn't get any runs. That's a song. Rockies sweep the Mets. The Mets are in the dark place. The Rockies couple sweeps this year. Hunter Goodman homer. Life's a trip. Make the most of it with Best Western. That's what happened in the National League.
There's nobody better.
I don't know.
I did the Burns on Friday, Coach.
Young Chris Rose, people are saying.
AL great, NL not so good for me.
It happens. It happens. It's tough to put together 2 halves.
I have the standings. If you'd like them. Yeah. And because it is Monday, we do National League second. And I will start out west again, where the Dodgers are doing Dodger season. Maybe they will win 110 games this year. Maybe this is the year they do it and they actually, they don't care about the regular season. Who said that? We did. 19-9 for them. 18-9 for the Padres, though. Brian Cohen going nuts. Yeah. They were a question mark team, not so much anymore. The Arizona Diamondbacks, the Snakes, 15-12. Your Giants, your stock underperforming overall on the season, but up a little bit over the last calendar week or something. 13-15 for them, and the Rockies, who just got that sweep of the Mets. Are we going to talk about the Mets? Oh my gosh, 13-6 for them. We'll go to the Central, where the Reds, Terry Francona, coaching them boys up, 18-10, 1 game ahead of the Chicago Cubs, who are 17-11. And the Pirates continue to impress me, and I think there's more in the tank, and I know I'm going to have to eat my words. 16-12 for them. The Brewers are like, all right, we'll be fine, guys. We're 14-13. We're going to have a 20-5 month here coming up, and we'll be okay. They're tied with the Cardinals for the bottom of that division at 14-13. Every single team in the NL Central over 500. Hey, that's amazing. And then out east, as you mentioned, the Braves just doing it, man. 20-9. Hand up, didn't see it coming. That's fine. We're all right. They're the only team above 500 in that division, as the Marlins are 13-15, the Nationals 13-16, and just like everybody predicted, the Mets are 9-19, tied with the Phillies, who are also 9-19 at the bottom of the division, at the bottom of baseball, Coach. Those are the standings in the National League.
At the bottom of baseball.
9-19 for these 2 teams. I had them both in the playoffs. I had the Phillies in the World Series losing to the Mariners.
It's going to be a hell of a grind to get there. And yeah, I think those 2 are sadly kind of the topic, although I want to highlight some of the good, and we will. But yeah, and here's where things can get funny, Trev. And I'll take the sight off the Mets for a second and talk about the Phillies, because you're right. They have the same exact record. The product has been pretty brutal. Wheeler comes back, and that's the game they win to end their losing streak, but then they lose the following day after that. And I'll say this, this Phillies team that we've gotten to know and has been a power of the National League for a couple years, they got a little kickstart when they originally fired Joe Girardi. And so all this talk about letting go of managers and what does it matter? What are the next steps? Remember, Rob Thompson was going to take over. Oh, yeah, he's a baseball lifer, and he's probably not the guy, but Girardi had run his course. That kind of set off the Phillies. So I don't know what they're talking about in Philadelphia. I know for sure what they're talking about in New York, that it's just gotten so dark that it just almost feels like the Mets and Mendoza would be doing a favor to each other at this point, just to be like, hey, I know we tried something here, but why don't we each just go our separate ways?
I mean, I guarantee they're talking about Rob Thompson. I guarantee Carlos Mendoza. All those discussions are happening, especially now that the dam is broken.
Yes,
essentially in the big leagues. But the Phillies, man, some of the statistics are eye popping. Jake,
yeah.
The offense is by far the worst in baseball. Or if not, I mean, they're 29th in OPS, 28th in runs. So I guess they're not the worst. But
yeah, no,
close.
I just think there's something to be said with that. We struggle with this when we do talking Yanks, because again, the Yankees just fan scope is different. Like the Yankees' worst season in 30 years, they finished 82-80. The Yankees, that whenever we do Yankee stats and we say, they're 24th, usually the 6 teams below them are uncompetitive teams. That when you're talking about the Phillies, there's still a few non-competitive teams out there. That's not who these guys are supposed to be. They shouldn't be they shouldn't be bottom 10 in anything.
Coach, they're 30th in ERA from their starting pitchers, 30th in WHIP. Base runners galore, and guess what? They don't have the defense to get rid of those the base runners. 30th in defensive runs saved. Do you like outs above average? 23rd. Everything is bad with the Phillies right now. They do. There's not a lot of life happening right now, and it's a shame because we consider these Phillies to have this window. I believe we've called it a windowless house before.
I don't know about that. I don't think I've ever said that phrase. So just when you say we,
it's just always open. Doesn't seem that way right now. And I don't really know what needs to happen. What kind of shakeup needs to happen? Yeah, guys need to perform better, but okay, go trade Alec Boehm, and what are you going to get for him now? What does that do for your team? You already have some young guys coming up, and that was supposed to be kind of the spark with this little bit older roster. That hasn't worked. You got Zach Wheeler back. That's great. Is that going to spark everybody else? I'm not so sure.
Yeah. I was going to say the offense has to go, and then I was going to say the pitching has to go. They've been just two of the worst that I don't know. I mean, I guess what is the spin zone, man? It's that
there is. I've been also searching for that. There really isn't. So many things have to turn around. It just seems like it's not going to be a fast turnaround no matter what. If things do turn around this season, it's going to be a slow crawl just because of everything. This play right here. Yeah. I mean, where's Stott? Trey Turner thinks he's going to be at second base. He's not there. And there's just you can't have stuff like that happening when you're not performing offensively, or when your pitchers are struggling, you got to pick them up defensively. And it's just all of these things start to snowball. Maybe you're bringing your offense out to your defense. Your pitchers are upset at the defense. Your defense is like, wow, there's too many base runners on all the time, dude. Can we get a quick inning one time? It's just everything happens. And now all of a sudden you're looking at a 9-19 record, straight up not having a good time.
I'm going to try to watch a lot. Hey, Phillies fans and all of your teams, you guys know your teams better than us. If you got Red Sox thoughts, you got Phillies thoughts, comment them. We'll read them and we'll figure it out with you. My Giants, which I'm just I'm flying a little blind. Like every time I go to look for a good Giants stat, I don't necessarily stumble into it. What I've loved is just the energy and emotion they're playing with. I know we mocked Vitello for the college vibe, but like this is really dumb. Devers made a nice play at first the other day, and Maley gave him a little slap on the chest. Like a rise was pumped for him. Like every time Elliot Ramos does something, he's running the bases and looking at the dugout like he's a fucking Looney Tune. And I don't know, man. The Giants need something like that. That the Giants and the Phillies right now are two. It feels like opposite energies. I know that the Giants' final product hasn't been full winning, although one game above 500 since the first weekend of the year. That I'm just very interested to see how that feels because we're starting to get to a point. It's hard to get buried in baseball, but my God, if you're playing bad ball and you're 11 games under in April, it doesn't really turn around. It just doesn't.
Yeah, the thing about, kind of having the same roster and running it back, which essentially is what the Phillies did. They bring up Justin Crawford. I understand that. And some auxiliary pieces, but by and large, you're running the same product back out there. Like nobody's coming to the rescue for something like that. What you're talking about, who like bringing the spark, the energy. And we talk about that on this show a lot. And it needs to happen. We talk about Drew Gilbert on the Giants. He's not the only one that's fired up in that dugout, but he might be like the cause of it. Like doing stuff like that loosens everybody up. And you're right. That's like, the Giants right now are the most testosterone-driven team in all of baseball.
Easily. It's not
Brandon Roop's hitting people. He's yelling at Sal Stewart. Logan Webb is hitting Dalton RUshing, walking towards them. Like they're playing no fucks given baseball.
Yeah.
And let's just go out there and be guys. That it is a complete different feeling than the Phillies. You're right about that. But again, like when you're running it back with the same guys who've been there and kind of everyone's like paid in Philly. The fire that's a good way to put the Phillies. The fire doesn't seem there.
Well, and that's where, again, like I've been caught up in Cora and Mendoza that, Rob Thompson, and remember we were giving him extra snaps because when all the Castellanos extra stuff was coming out, we were like, Jesus, what was Topper having to deal with last year? I guess there is something too, and maybe that's a good contrast between what's going on with the Red Sox is like, I don't know. The Phillies and Mets feel like they need a shake. The Red Sox didn't feel like they really needed a shake.
The Mets shaked it up, dude. The Mets shook.
The Mets shook.
They shook it up and opened the can right away. That's what happened. You can't do that, Mets. Let it settle a little bit.
You shaking cans over there? And dude, this is where it's so funny, and this is where I almost get nervous talking ball sometimes because I just mentioned I quote unquote like what the Giants are doing. They're 13-15.
Yeah.
They're going to Philadelphia. And like, what is it? It's Luzardo, Sanchez, and Painter. Like we could very well be here on Friday and being like, who? Phillies allowed 0 earned runs over 19 innings. But you have to do that at some point. And also where baseball can be sick is, okay, if the Giants break Luzardo or Sanchez and they see young Andrew Painter out there, they could be saying, all right, this is how we win. So I don't know. I want the Mets or Phillies to get back in the mix. Like if there could be a June episode where it's like, did you know the Phillies are 500 again? That's when you can really start getting the juices going. And there's still time for that. We didn't really see that happen last year. The Braves got buried, and we were kind of like, are they going to go? 2 years ago, Houston dug a nasty hole, and they worked their way out of it. So that's where April, there's still like a... Yeah. There's still hope. There's still hope.
There is still hope, but, the hour is getting late, as one would say.
Today's episode is sponsored by Shady Rays. Shady Rays, built for real sports fans. No more squinting through the sun to track that fly ball when you already have your Shady Rays sunglasses on. Polarized lenses let you track the scoreboard, the fly ball, seeing the ump miss that final call at the plate. But the lightweight frames, they won't slip off, whether you're at the ballpark, the golf course, or watching the game outside on the patio. Here's the best part. Shady Rays lost and broken protection. If you lose or break them, even right after you get them, Shady Rays replaces them. No drama, no stress, no replacement guilt. Just a new pair headed your way from First pitch to the final out. Don't let the sun mess with your game. We teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com. Use code TALKIN50. 50% off two or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. TALKIN50, Shady Rays.
The Mets, I don't know how much you want to spend on them. This is one thing I will say. It's been a disaster. There's no doubt about that. But like not having your two best players in the lineup at the same time will kind of do that to you. Whether they like each other or not, it seems like they're like, oh, you're here, I'm out of here. That's not what's happening, people. But I'll give them a little bit of a break for that. Although, again, as you mentioned, I don't. Carlos Mendoza, Jolly Olive, who said they were going to win the NL East this year, that got me all fired up. He called for Mendoza's head last night.
The vibes couldn't possibly be worse. Like the Red Sox look like a party compared to the Mets right now. And Trev, I'm not doing this to twist your own words, but you mentioned the Phillies might have the worst offense in baseball by a little bit. The Mets are 30th in on base, 30th in OPS, 26th in homers. So it's kind of just like both of these teams were supposed to hit at a high level. Depending your scope coming into the season, you top 5, top 10, top half, easy. In both these teams, what's the Mets 1 run or 0 runs? They've done that in half their games. Like, that's insane. That's impossible to win. You're asking too much of your pitchers. You're feeling pressure that, I don't know. I'm still not taking my victory lap. I just didn't like the recipe. It felt like they were saying they were going to go all in on defense, yet you still had half of your team was a defensive question mark, and then you're trying to replace Pete's power with 2 contact guys, which that can be tough to do on a day-to-day basis. That I don't know. We don't do this for clicks or to call out people's jobs or anything like that. For this point, to relieve Mendoza of his duties, it feels like relief. It doesn't feel like nasty backwards that it was kind of with Cora and Boston. It would be like, hey man, let's nicely go our separate ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that will do. I'm also just sick of talking about these crappy teams. Can we talk about some good teams? Can we talk about the Rockies? I feel like we need to.
What about this? What if the Mets say, hey, Mendoza, best of luck to you.
I know what you're going to say. Don't do
Alex Cora, come home.
I think the Yankees might hire Alex Cora.
Now we're really talking.
Really do it.
Rockies 2 sweeps this year. They didn't get their 13th win until June 12th of last year.
Pretty good.
And by the way, the Rockies did change their whole organization.
Yes.
Which they were one of the 2 or 3 teams that a lot of people around the league were saying that they're not up to snuff, almost not competitive to a degree.
Well, we talk about all the time with the Rockies. They were never trying. Hey, let's analyze our home ballpark, which has just an outrageous set of characteristics, and try to manipulate that. It seems like a ripe opportunity. They never decided to do that until this year. They bring in a bunch of guys. Dolander's been great. It's interesting. His numbers are really good. And you're like, oh, well, he's only pitched at home twice. So, that's got to be a reason. He's been even better at home. I think he just got his first start of the year against the Mets. He's been doing an opener type thing, being a bolt guy. But his stuff is playing up right now. The arm angle went down a couple degrees, which I don't know how much that plays in, but he's throwing harder. And I just don't understand how guys just all of a sudden throw harder. What were you doing that weren't throwing so hard? He said my mechanics were a little off, so I guess there's always that. But to go up a mile and a half on your fastball, it's a pretty big jump. He's directing all of his energy towards the plate now. So, he's always had that life on the fastball. Now he's got throwing the 4-seamer, throwing the sinker. He looks great. I'm excited to see if he is one of the poster childs of this new regime and how they're handling pitching, because he's throwing heaters and changeups and kind of got rid of the curveball, which you talk to any pitcher that's pitched, they're like, don't throw curveballs in Colorado. You can throw velo, that's good, and then maybe like a split or something going down. That's exactly what he's doing. He's having success.
Yeah, he's also very talented. Like, that was the weird thing going through.
9th overall pick, yeah.
Yeah, going through some of these Rockies teams and players that you're like, oh, I mean, Dollander, he had some pretty good arm talent. I'm glad he's trending up. And yeah, the Rockies are playing.
Moniak's name. Did you see the stats on him?
Did you see him at MLB Network? I think.
Of course I did. Didn't love the outfit.
Was it Mickey and Johnston with the purple jacket?
I don't mean to be. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
I didn't mean that what I said about Mickey. I didn't mean that, Mickey. You're my guy. Okay. But the stat was, since like June 25th of last year, nobody has a higher slugging percentage than Mickey Moniak. Not even Aaron Judge. Not even Nick Kurtz. That's pretty badass, dude.
I love me some Mickey Moniak. I think there was they were doing it on MLB Network. He had a swing change, or I forget what it was, but if you do those stats, he's just pulling the ball in the air and he's hitting it hard and all that stuff. We got CY here, Sean Casey, and we got the purple jacket on, which I like that. We're going to be on TV. Let's make some goddamn television.
All right. I'm happy for the Rockies, man. They've always had some talent, and like, who knows how this year is going to go. First year of a new regime. Not a ton of new faces there, but they've made some adjustments. As you mentioned, 13 wins by April 27th instead of June, whatever the hell it was. That's seems significant. And you know what I'm really happy for? Kelsey.
Yeah.
He gets to cover a better team.
Awards. Yeah. The Rockies are playing baseball on a day in, day out night, and they weren't doing that for a little bit. In the end, I mean, it was part of that whole conversation. The Braves, we mentioned it on the way through, but 20-9, and like Chris Sale looks amazing. We talked about them.
And they're about to get better, dude.
Tell me why.
More starting pitching coming back.
Yeah.
Like the starting pitching depth, although they've been great, like they're going to continue to have more depth, which only helps you. I mean, look, we got guys getting off to fast starts. Acuna really hasn't. So like, hey, when he becomes his 950 OPS self, like that's going to help the offense. Like they're, I'm happy like they are who we thought they were.
Well, and that's, we did a whole season of them kind of not.
Yes, exactly.
Again, this is where coaching in baseball gets really weird, because what did Walt Weiss tell Michael Harris to hit? Did he tell Matt Olson to go nuts?
but winning will help that, and like
Absolutely.
It's contagious. It truly is. Like you start to full healthy roster. We're winning baseball games. The momentum, like the adrenaline you get from that, all matters. If you're showing up to the park and it's a bad vibe and we're losing all the time, you don't have that adrenaline spike. And maybe that's another thing that we're gonna do.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll have like a freaking roller coaster outside our park, and you go ride that before the games.
Okay, I'm gonna have to process that one, because I don't know if it works like that, but I'm interested. Adrenaline's one of the craziest things we have on this planet. I'll say that.
It truly is.
Like, what? Our body just cranks it if like dire straits, SOS.
Yeah, maybe like a bear in a cage, and we just like put you in it real quick and say, "Hey, you got 5 seconds. You got to survive."
Shot clock. Okay. Well, maybe that'll be at the back
it's
of our.
True, though.
That'll be at the back of our front office binder. Cubs just won 10 in a row. What do we need more on that? Dodgers ended up beating them in the series. I don't know. The NL has the elites right now, and that's kind of what we expected.
Hell of a series there. Dodgers answering, winning the last 2 games. There's some Dalton RUshing discussion.
He's on watch, bro.
Did he really
twice,
call
3 times
a fat F word?
I don't know. I saw that clip.
That was very flippant by social media. Did Jimmy approve that?
I don't think that has Jimmy's stamp of approval yet.
Okay.
If you hadn't seen it, and Rob, don't go find it, but because I don't know, but we're very much in a fool me once, shame on you type situation. That Dalton RUshing, who is, I wish we were talking about his baseball more. These are now 3 kind of clips that I don't. It's a little suspect.
I gotta find out. I gotta text my guy Danny Lehman and say, what's going on here? Nico Horner gives him a look here. That's why this is all being talked about.
Is Dalton RUshing the? I mean, I don't know. Nico Horner's up.
Is he the new AJ Przinsky?
Is he beloved by the guys, or do they have?
Well, everyone.
Is he being young and dumb, and he doesn't know who he is yet? Like, I don't know.
Some guys, when they have success, they don't know how to handle it, and he's having success right now.
Feels like a little bit of.
We need to find out. Investigating is happening.
Feels like a little bit of a persona. We will see. Cincinnati Reds. I don't know. They're about to play the Rocks. Are they going to have a 20-win month? That's what I've got.
Probably. I was going to ask you this. I mean, we talk about their offense. Sal Stewart, Elliot de la Cruz led. We know their pitching is good. Then they're getting some timely hitting, whether it's Nathaniel or Matt McClain. That's kind of what you need. So they're doing it. Very fun. Can't wait to watch them throughout the season. Is the ball juice this year, Coach?
Oh, you're going there. It's going there.
Still April, and we have two guys with 11 homers.
Yeah.
In Murakami and Alvarez. Judge and Wood have 10. Gunnar, Ellie, Sal Stewart, Trout, Muncy, Ben Rice, and Schwarber have 9. Again, multiply that times 6, so we're going to have a bunch of 60-homer seasons.
Yeah, the season got started a little earlier. I think that's a factor. And, dude, guys get off to hot start. It's
I get that, but 11 homers already on April 27th is crazy.
As you well know, Trev, from you and I playing this great game, we can get hot like that. It's hard to keep it going through a whole season. 13 homers in the 3-game series, tied for the most in Great American Ballpark 3-game history. 19 homers, excuse me.
I'm terrified of the Pirates, man. I'm just so terrified because I think they're really good.
They're looking good.
I think they are really good, Jake. Like, I don't think it's like, hey, it's April and we got off to a fast start. If you just kind of go around the roster and the starting pitching is obviously going to be there. They found some guys in that bullpen that are getting it done. Shout out Santana. And who else was I looking at this morning with the Invisa fastball?
Mason Montgomery, Isaac Mattson.
Mattson is who it was. Yeah. Just throwing heaters up there, having a real nice start to the year. Johan Ramirez in the back end of that bullpen. It's they haven't even really got the contributions I believe they're going to get from our guy Connor Griffin. Like he's a player. Like he's going to be very good. Like once that starts to happen, and you believe in the rest of this offense. Because they've consistently gotten it done so far this year. Like Ryan O'Hearn's had a couple really nice years in a row here. He's putting together a great start to the season. We know what Bilal can do. Like, and they don't even need that good of an offense. They just need a league average offense. If they have a league average offense, Jake, they're going to. Sorry, I almost called you Chris.
Whoa,
was that tough for you? If they have a league average offense, they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and you can still kind of go glass half full. They're 22nd in OPS. They're 8th in runs. Like they still have the offense can still teeter either way. But you're right with Connor Griffin's potential, or in this house we respect Nick Gonzalez, or who else can pick up the offense for them. But yeah, I'll be interested to see because Trev, the other part with that division that is one of the makes it so much fun this year. Okay, you like what Cincinnati's doing? I do. You like where the Cubbies are at? I do. You like the Brewers still? I do. That the Cardinals are the only team we're looking at, waiting for them to slip up, and maybe they had their first slip up this weekend, or the Mariners just gave them the business. But that division's going to be tricky, man. None of these teams have really had a bad streak yet. The Brewers had one L6, but, it's going to be interesting when one of these teams actually drops in the standings this year. Baseball is here, people. The days are getting longer. The sun is back out, and baseball season is upon us. Baseball is a game of inches. The result of the game hinges on 1,000 little moments, and momentum can shift quickly. That's why we've teamed up with Fanatics Markets, the trusted home of real-time sports prediction markets. Simple. Just pick a game and choose an outcome, like which team will win, which player will hit a home run, and more. It's time to get involved in the action. Then, Buy contracts based on what you think will happen. Yes, if you think it will. No, if you think it won't. Buy as many as you want. Sell if the price moves in your favor, or let them settle when the event ends. From opening day to the Fall Classic, no matter who you root for, Fanatics Markets is right there with you. Join the Talkin' Baseball family on Fanatics Markets.
Event contracts carry risk of total loss and changing prices. Not good for all investors. Not available in all states. Must be 21 plus. See important disclosures in Fanatics Markets app. Customers are introduced to Crypto.com by Paragon Global Markets LLC, DBA Fanatics Markets IB, an introducing broker registered with CFTC and a member of the NFA.
Last team we got to talk about before they cry about it on social media.
Oh, boy.
Go Seattle Mariners. Hey, like your big three kind of heating up a little bit. Naylor's doing it, hitting some homers, coming up big. You win a Brian Wu bad start. That's always good. That's a big thing, man. Pick up your pitcher like that. Your guy, Emerson Hancock, who a lot of Mariners fans owe you an apology. They do.
Maybe they do. I'll hand up. I know this was going around social media this weekend. Didn't know how ripped Brian Wu was.
Oh, his bicep?
And he did a good job in his interview. He's like, any pitcher, their bicep's going to look good when it's up in that position. But I didn't know Brian Wu was like that.
I think Brian Wu's got it. I think he's got it.
I think he's probably the lead candidate if baseball was going to film a baseball heated rivalry. Like
I have no idea what that means.
He's just he's a good looking guy. I think people would tune
film
in.
a heated rivalry. Like
I'm not saying anything like that. I just think he's a handsome. He has actor looks. I think he can be an actor.
I'm so lost right now.
Let's go to the second half of the show.
Hey, show the Rob Refsnyder thing. I know you got that up, Bobo.
Yeah, this was
that was
crazy.
awesome.
Because it was
when
horrific.
ABS is like, yeah.
This is one of the worst ABS misses of the year. Rob Refsnyder, so outside from JoJo Romero. Crazy. Yeah, it's like almost a, how could you not call that tap? And then foot outside. And then a little game-winning Yabo for you.
That's pretty cool, man. Oh, who's it against? A lefty.
By the way, and yeah, things are starting to click for the Mariners. I have some more Mariner stuff coming. But also of note, obviously Bregman stole a lot of the headlines leaving the Sox this year. There's a couple beat reporters that were very shocked the Red Sox let Refsnyder go. Well-respected veteran player, does everything the team asked for, has his skill set. That people were shocked. 1 year, $6 million, I think it was this offseason. That was another guy that Boston. A lot of Boston people were just very surprised that transaction happened how it did.
He's entering the territory of I want him on my team no matter what. He's that easy sign for me.
Yeah.
It's Refsnyder. I think Taylor Ward is entering that as well. I want him on our team. Also, shout out Nathan Church. We were talking about him on the group chat saying hey, what a hell of a home run robbery. And I was like, dude, I like Nathan Church. He's a player. And then he hit 2 homers. So way to show up for us.
The Cardinals have been looking for a Nathan Church for a couple years now. Do what you want with that statement.
And a good name. That's a good name.
It's a good name. I mean, that's just a perfect bring a sign to the game type last name.
Wasn't there a song the Church?
Hosier.
Yeah.
Hosier. Got referenced.
Is that his walk-up song? No. That's too on the nose. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, the crowd would have... If the crowd's really into it, sometimes it's for the crowd. But I know what you're saying.
What kind of music does St. Louis listen to? Blues.
St. Louis has some blues. I mean, Nelly, the St. Lunatics.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Baseball player.
Ball player.
I hung with Nelly. We talked ball.
I think he's a ball knower. I think that's documented.
He was more interested in all the 40 to 50-year-old women that were around. He was feeling that, yeah. Not in a bad way, Nelly. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but he didn't care really to talk to me that
much. Gotcha.
Is what I'm saying.
Never mind.
Okay.
Let's do standout. Let's do some standout performances.
It's time for Standout Performances. This guy stood out for Trev.
Say what?
Coach, run.
Adley Rushman's my standout performer. I don't know if you've looked. First of all, in the game on Friday, 3 for 5, 2 homers, 6 runs driven in. Whoops. I don't know if you've noticed what his numbers are at this year, Jake. Have you?
I've not. I saw the home runs, and I was impressed. I was impressed with how they looked.
333 batting average, 393 OBP, 627 slug for the one dotter. He's one dotting it on the year, 5 walks to 7 strikeouts. You know that gets me all jazzed up. My adrenaline spiking just looking at those numbers. Made a swing adjustment from the left side. Talked about giving himself a little bit more clearance. I believe we talked about that on this show, and that's paid dividends. Also, we said Craig Alvarez would be really good for him, and it has been really good for him. Former catcher Craig is. They made an adjustment where he's putting his right knee down instead of his left knee while he's catching, and that's helped his framing out and just made him able to move a little bit because that was a calling card of his early on in his career. So he's healthy. He's making adjustments. And guess what, dude? Like this year and next year or his last year's, and then he's up for a payday. Like go put up a couple more 3-win seasons and be a free agent at 30. Like Adley Rutschman has a chance to still make a ton of money in this game, but he's having a great year. I didn't know the numbers, but now I do. Go Adley, go.
Big weekend helped. Yeah, Orioles in an interesting spot. They're out of the gate, like Gunner's mashing homers, but he's missing on some of his other numbers. Pete obviously started a little slow. Basayo has a couple of these swings that you look at him and you're like, if everything clicks for that dude, watch out. They need the pitching to trend up a little bit. Trevor Rogers hasn't been who he was the end of last year. Kyle's always being a little bratish. But, it's good. Adley's good for the game. I know we made fun of that one shirt.
Made fun of this one shirt.
Adley would make fun of some of my shirts.
No angel I didn't like either.
I think it would be a nice little back and forth. I think I'm not above that. Fashion's about taking risks, and you're going to miss.
Yeah.
What's your biggest fashion miss, huh?
I don't really have them.
Okay. My standout performer, I'm going Young. I'm going Cole Young. Cole Young, Mariners, second baseman, leading your Seattle Mariners in WAR. Hello, Julio. Hello, Cal. Hello, the whole squad. Cole Young, out of the gates for Seattle. By the way, Cole Young is young. Little analytics from me there. Cole Young is 22 years old. 22. That's crazy. Know what I like, Coach Trev? Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania kid. Yeah. Also, we've spent a lot of time this year talking about Nico Horner and Bryce Terang. Two of the best second basemen in baseball. We've talked about their effects. We talked about them with the World Baseball Classic and just how the all-around defense with some contact, some power, some speed. You can do a little bit of everything on the baseball field. And what that has also brought to their two organizations. Cole Young is bringing a little bit of that. Currently mashing lefties and working on the right side. He is a lefty hitter, so hey, we can build on that a little easier. And Trev, something that brought my eyes to him, besides just having a really strong start to the season, 351 on base, 757 OPS. By some metrics, he's grading out the best defensively as a second baseman, which that allows you to rack up WAR. 5'10", 180, and the dude has silly pop. He had the longest home run in spring training this year, which do what you want with that. He had a 450 Johnson last year that I don't know. I don't know if it's adrenaline, because we've been talking a lot about that. I don't know if it's like how much your spine can turn, but dudes his size don't hit baseballs that far, Coach. Like, that's Judge, Stanton, that's the monsters. CJ Wood, CJ Abrams, James Wood. That I don't know. This dude has serious pop. Like a lot of guys, he was a shortstop. He's playing second base. Might be a lot of Young and Hancock up the middle for the Mariners' future. But currently, this guy's been one of the best players in baseball.
Body manipulation, coach.
Yes.
You kind of had it with the spine. Like, you
Right.
need to be able to manipulate your body to put yourself in a powerful position. Don't mean to toot my own horn here, but every time I play golf, and I was bad when we played together, and it was very bad conditions, but every time I play golf, everyone's like, I've never seen a drive hit this far. And it's just because I know how to manipulate my body. That's it.
I meant to say.
Well, how about that?
I'm over you. I meant to say Colt Emerson.
I know. I shouldn't have.
It's okay.
It's true though. I'm playing with Jared Weaver on Thursday. That'll be fun. Dylan Tovitz, my guy. On Twitter, put out something about the correlation of people and teams whiffing less at home, and he believes that's directly correlated to having the trajectory system, which is the video screen that shows the pitcher and the ball coming out of the hand. I think we're seeing a lot of that too with lefties hitting lefties. I think that'll be the biggest reason for increase in lefty on lefty production is the fact that they'll be able to sit there and just face left-handers when they want to. And if you're not doing that as a lefty, get your ass in the cage and go do that.
I could see that. That makes sense because it's a lot of reps and repetition.
We just don't see it.
I do think, and I don't know, this might be.
In our org,
traject. You can call me out if this is obnoxious. The two kind of best left on left hitters, or two of the best the past couple years, have been Schwarber and Belly. I don't want to say the whole secret, because these are also two. Belly's won an MVP, like Schwarber's a special baseball player. I mean, it's basically keeping your shoulders closed as possible. Obviously, a lot easier said than done.
Staying in there, yes.
But it's that Schwarber has all these quotes. Like, he's like, I got better left on left because I just got prepared to die, which, okay, have him on our all-adrenaline team. And Belly, that's what he's so good at, is just staying so compact there that I'm not saying the book's out on lefty-lefty hitting. Your answer probably better, but also
that is the secret. I mean, you just don't see it so often. So yeah, it's just a weird, for a lefty to see that arm angle basically behind them, and keeping the shoulder in and your hip and everything there, especially for off-speed pitches running away from it. You have to stay in. I have to stay there. If I'm like this at all of a sudden that outside part of the plate looks like it's a mile away. I'm flailing at breaking balls. So you nailed it, Coach.
Look at us. The other thing that you've commented on this, Mike Tauchman, injured. Come back, Mike. We interviewed him, I think it was like 2020. He had reverse splits. And we're like, what's your secret? And he's like, honestly, most lefties against me are 2-pitch pitchers. They turn into fastball slider that he's just like, that makes it easier for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't have to worry about your 4-pitch mix. Anyways, Trev, there could have been, there's a lot of young pups that could have got Matt McClain bouncing back. Martinez from Cleveland, the Derb.
On hell?
Oh, yeah. Sal Stewart every day. So Christian Walker putting together a nice year. Good for him.
Wildemar Vargas continues.
It's unbelievable what that gentleman
I guess we didn't even talk about that series at all. Go Mexico. I love Mexico.
Go Mexico. Viva Mexico is what I would say. And we've been pretty bad at giving pitchers love. Maybe we have to start doing pitcher Wednesdays or something, because Cole Ragans looked phenomenal. Kyle Harrison, as mentioned. Foster Griffin, the first Nat pitcher to get into the 7th inning this year. Hello. Hopefully some of these guys are in Fuego.
Dirt Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
I think you meant to say till the land, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
The lawn. They're like, what's a lawn, bro?
What the hell is a lawn?
A lawn?
Oh. They knew. When did lawn get invented?
Dude, I would have thrived in the early settler
would not
days.
have.
I would have made friends with the natives, dude. We would have been freaking chopping it up, and they've been teaching me their secrets, and I would have given them goods, and we would have been friends. It would have been a great symbiotic relationship. He goes 4 for 13. Here's the thing. All 4 of those hits were homers.
That's good.
He's homered in 3 straight games. It's the first time he's done that since August of 2022. Nathan Church mentioned, 5 for 12, 3 homers, 5 runs driven in. Angel Martinez, and at bat for the age is for him, 5 for 13, a double, 2 home runs. Becomes the 4th youngest player to ever hit or have a multi-homer game against Max Scherzer. Love that. Casey Schmidt, mentioned him already, 4 for 10, a double, 2 home runs. He hit go-ahead homers in both Giants wins on Saturday and Sunday. And for the week, I love this, man. My guy Spencer Torkelson getting it going. 9 for 23, 3 doubles, 5 Jimmy Jacks, 5 straight games he's homered and tying the Tigers franchise record for the most consecutive games with a homer. Do you want to know? Are you looking at the sheet?
I know the answer, and I'm looking at the sheet.
Most recently done by Marcus Thames. Tim's. I always mess that up.
It's tough. I mean, just look at the Tim's.
But there's okay.
Yeah. There's Eric Thames.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
He's jacked. Brian Woo's not jacked. He's jacked. It also ties White Sox, Munetaka Murakami for the longest home run streak in the majors this season. Carlos Cortez, we mentioned, love him. 13 for 24, 2 doubles, a triple, and 3 homers, 7 runs driven in on the week. Jung-Hoo Lee getting yelled at by Dalton RUshing, but it doesn't matter. He's 12 for 21, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 2 runs driven in. In the last 3 games, he's registered 9 hits. He became the first Giants player to record 9 hits in a 3-game span since Buster Posey did it in 2021. Last 2 guys, Riley Green. Tigers
Respect him.
Respect Riley Green. Uppercut Tiger punch. What do they call it? 12 for 26, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 5 runs driven in. And the big man, Josh Naylor, goes 9 for 19, 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 runs driven in. Jake, that is who is in Fuego.
Couple things to note on the way through here. Torkelson, tough F for him because he's been awesome. Just so funny, the game that can look so tough for players sometimes, including himself, who has a lot of tough moments. How just locked he is right now is
great.
Awesome. Like he's hitting the home run. The head is down. I'll see you next at bat. It's
Tigers need him, and they need Riley Green to go, and they are going.
And then Carlos Cortez, all Storielli, 5'7", 197. Put him at running back if you need a short yardage guy. And by the way, his stats, because he did play 42 games last year, where he also hit career 335, 367, a 967 OPS in 64 games. Okay, I don't care that you're short.
We don't even want to know how tall you are.
Our team does not care, bro. If
I'm facing a guy that throws to the top of the zone, I'm going with my shortest team. Tall guys are out.
Tall guys are out, bro. Been saying that
they're
for
probably
years.
So much cheaper too.
What?
You can get short guys for cheaper. There's just no doubt about that. Like we can draft them later. We don't have to pay him.
This is the Brewers' whole formula.
I know it is. And the Astros for a while, dude.
Well, dude, no one was making me laugh. Because before I was like Carlos Cortez. I feel like I've never seen him on a prospect list or anything like that. And it's because, and you just saw it with the NFL draft this weekend. If you don't hit certain measurables, teams are just like, well, it probably don't work.
Dude, so
Can you play the game? I'll put this out there for my football people. I'll take Ruben Bain any day.
Okay.
He's got short arms. Guess what? He's incredible at football. I've seen it. I've seen it. So that was a little Carlos Cortez. Has he been good in the minor leagues?
We would have run the big leagues if we had a. Okay. Maybe you're going to come to the Twins with me. That's what's going to happen.
I think I'm ready, Coach. Did I have another note? No. Let's make the show sad.
Hey man, you've been struggling lately. It's time to pick it up.
And when I say that, I mean it's batters who are struggling, and I think Spencer Torkelson was once a batter who was struggling, and now he's not. So you can get off of this area. Willie Adames, 1 for 22, streaky guy. 078 in pitchers counts this year. That's second lowest in MLB. Let's work on that. I'm sure Vitello's talking to him about it. Dylan Dingler, 1 for 21. Not great, Bob. Zeke Tovar made a fantastic diving play against Los Mets. 2 for 24. He's chasing. Highest in the NL. Jose Altuve, he's been on both of these lists a lot. 2 for 20. Austin Riley in a 2 for 26 funk right now. In the past 2 weeks, Davis Schneider, all-story LA team, 1 for 22. Victor Scott, 2 for 27, 061 average versus not fastballs. Tied for lowest in baseball. Blaze Alexander, remember that opening weekend? He's in a 2 for 25er right now. Cam Smith, 5 for 41, got picked off. That doesn't help. And then Stephen Kwan, a guy
Can you hit the Kwan? Can you do that?
Can I hit the Kwan? That's not in my wheelhouse.
I don't have that either.
I might have to watch a tape on it. Because lean with it, rock with it, obviously. Superman. Crank that soldier boy. I don't know if I hit the Kwan like that. 9 for 45. 115 OBP in the first plate appearance of the game.
Guardians don't care. They don't care.
Do we need to get him on our adrenaline?
Get the hit at the right time. That's the Guardian. Brian Rocchio, best hitter in the big leagues with runners in scoring position.
No, it's so funny. Playoff Rocchio's here. I can't believe they openly talk about playoff Rocchio on the broadcast. It's April. It's April. That's insane. I was laughing, and I've said this before. We met Stephen Kwan. Awesome dude. He's kind of like, I don't say herky-jerky, but he's kind of just like bopping and like active. I don't know if you saw this. MLB did a post, not exactly your wheelhouse. It was like, who's your favorite Pokemon? And the first part that was funny about it was like 30 guys answered Pikachu just to like keep it moving. They're like, yeah, I got that one. And then it was funny seeing a couple guys here, there, a couple people were lost just trying to survive it. Stephen Kwan just ripped off like 11 Pokemon. And it's like, all right, so you've got that. So you live there. Good to know. Hopefully those guys are not on batters who are struggling next week. And hopefully they're not on this list, the IL. Woof. Ryan Feltner, I'm sorry. I'm hoping for a minimum stint. Right ulnar nerve. Caleb Thielbar and that Cubbies pen, they've got they're missing a whole bullpen
a lot
right
of
now.
people.
That's something to watch as the Cubbies, as of now, remain hot. Angel Cheville for my Yanks. Shoulder discomfort, we don't like that. Nathan Lucas, left hamstring, will be a couple of weeks. Eugenio Suarez with a left oblique, hopeful for 4 weeks. Send the message, coach. Sean Armstrong, right groin strain, 2 to 3. Clayton Beater, right forearm, don't love that. Riley Martin, another one of those Cubs bullpen guys. Logan O'Hoppe, 6 weeks. Left wrist fracture, don't like that. Connor Siebold, left ankle. But if you go on the IL, it means you can return, and we've got a couple. Andrew Kittredge and Tyler O'Neill and Keegan Aiken. Big week for the Baltimore Birds, getting some help. Bennett Sousa, Houston will take anyone right now. Zach Wheeler is back. Brent Rooker for the Athletics, that matters. And Jose Trevino for the Cincinnati Reds. So we love that. Let's start everyone's week. It's time for awards brought to you by SeatGeek. Coach Trev, hit him with it.
I always like these stories. This will be a high and tight award for me, but I do I want to give a shout out to a guy that made his debut at 30 years old. And we're talking about just a lot of different directions to get there, from affiliated ball to independent ball to winter league ball. Finally gets his chance again. He's a 4-name guy, which I also like.
Oh.
My son's a 4-name guy. Peyton Charles Paul Gray.
Wow.
Like kind of 4 first names. Gray, like okay, 3 first names.
Yeah.
Peyton Charles Paul Gray. Some of the, first of all, makes his debut against the Pirates, closes the game out. Who does he strike out to win the game?
Who's he get?
Connor Griffin.
Okay.
That's going to be a fun one.
Mm.
Then he pitched again against the A's yesterday. So far, 2 games, 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, no runs. But the journey he took is quite amazing. I have it up right here, and I'm looking at it. A lot of things. That's why I have to have this up. Okay. He went to Boulder Gulf Coast University, Gulf Coast State College, Western Michigan University, went undrafted out of all 3 stops. Signs as an undrafted free agent with the Rockies. So undrafted, no signing bonus, goes to the Rockies. Then he gets released by 3 different organizations. The Rockies released him, the Royals released him, the Reds released him. He ends up pitching between 2022 and 2024 between the Milwaukee Milkmen, the Independent Association, and then a bunch of Mexican League teams. He also pitched in the Dominican Winter League and just kept going. Eventually, he got the chance to sign with the Rangers last January, and that was the first time pitching in affiliated baseball since 2021. Had a nice year last year. Got on people's radars. Had a nice Cactus League spring training, so it caught the eye of the Skip Shoemaker. And here we are, less than a month into the season, or about a month into the season. He makes his way onto the roster and has a couple of clean innings to show for it. So I don't know, man. It's just really cool when you see guys stick around that long to continue, because it's hard. You're not making any money, especially as a guy who got no signing bonus, played the minor leagues and an independent ball. Like he's not like he's doing other things.
Yes.
He's not able to go full in on baseball because he's got to make a living doing other things. And for him to continue the journey and finally make it, I don't know. It's just cool. I hope he stays up all year, and I hope he makes a full $700,000, whatever it is this year, because a guy like that deserves it. The perseverance alone tells me he deserves it. So shout out Peyton Charles Paul Gray for making his debut, and we're rooting for you, man.
I'm a sucker for those too, because God, you gotta have some interesting conversations with yourselves and your loved ones in your life. That I bet Peyton has some stories about that, and maybe we'll get more stories about him. 6'4", 235. Keep twirling it.
And before he got called up, 12 2/3 innings at Round Rock and no run, so he's yet to give up a run this year.
Keep tinkering with the grips, pitchers.
Yeah.
Trev, I'm going with the Rain Dance Rally Award. There's a lot of talk about the bad teams this episode, which that's not where we want to live. And hey, by a certain point of the season, we stop talking about the bad teams because it's Jover. It's the funny part about this long season that teams are going to take different identities, and who knows? There's a chance we could talk about the Phillies and Mets in a good way later this year. Sox kid. Who else is in the bad place? Houston has been really struggling. That I don't know who's going to get it together and when. If there was one team that's really scuffling that I had to still buy into for this season, give me the Kansas City Royals. And sometimes it's a game, sometimes it's a feeling. The Kansas City Royals went into this weekend looking for the good juice. They're, kind of the theme has been these teams aren't hitting, which has been a Royals theme for a couple years now. Well, they win the first 2 games. Cole Reagans is back and looks sharp. They put up a 12 spot. Final game, Angels go up 6-0. All right, it's getaway day. There's some rain in the forecast. Maybe we just tie this one up and we get the hell out of Dodge, huh? Bobby Witt Jr. homers, 6-3 game. Okay. Game gets delayed for a little over an hour. Jack Caglione, bottom of the 9th, down 2, clips one. A kid that very high prospect profile that when we talked about this Royals team this year, we said if they're going to do something, they probably need him to be something. Down 6 to get the sweep. 9th inning comeback. They get the win in extras. Lane Thomas walks it off. Lane Thomas, remember he was a big trade deadline piece? It was like, hey, this guy kills lefties, and he's serviceable against righties and he can play some defense out there, he's on this team. They haven't felt a lot of the good juice yet. After this weekend, they did, and it could have been not a sad flight. Hey, we won the series. We lost today. Let's build momentum. Instead, it's probably one of their best. I actually didn't see if they were flying, but it was one of their probably best series, best weekends of the year. Things are starting to go right for them. I still like the talent on this team. The bullpen was a strength, and that got an early hiccup when they lost Estevez. I still like these Royals. I'm still in on it. I think good baseball is coming their way, and I hope that last game can be kind of a rallying cry for them.
Coach, you nailed it. They got into Sacramento last night with the off day today. Where were they going? Who knows? Not a lot of places to go. I don't know where they went. Maybe they didn't go anywhere, but definitely a happy flight. They probably party their ass off. Recovery day today. Get back going. I agree with you on the Royals roster, and I think the defense, the pitching is all going to be there. It is based around like what kind of offensive production they're going to get. And I like the guys there. Like you'd like to think that, especially where some of these guys are at in like kind of their careers, like Vinny P's going to get it going. He's shown it. He'll be fine. I think Caglione will probably feed off of everybody else's energy. Once the offense starts to roll and it gets contagious, we're going to see that one big spurt. This might be the beginning of it, like you said. We might see them roll off, 8 of 10 or 10 of 12, something like that. I agree with you. Like, I'm not writing the Royals off yet.
They got a West Coast trip coming up, which sometimes that can be tricky, but hey, Cole Reagan's looking like that. Their bullpen has really kind of let them down, but that's one of the things that can change quick. But yeah, I mean, I think they're those guys, and I do believe in their ancillary guys a little more than past years, whether that's an Isaac Collins, whether that's Lane Thomas. Like, something can click there. Carter Jensen figuring it out, struggling to catch Ursig the other day, but whatever. We take our wins. We keep it moving without Michael Garcia this weekend, so let's get him back in the mix. Into some Royals. Again, if your team didn't get a lot of love today, I'm sorry. Baseball was churning.
We talked about everybody.
We did a lot.
Sheesh.
We will be back Wednesday. I think we got a fun one. Are we doing a hodgepodge? I think we're getting all the JM. We're going to find out how people are really feeling about their teams this week. Tune in for that. We will see you guys, and we love you. And make sure you go to SeatGeek. Code TALKIN2026, 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. A lot of baseball.
Jack Sox.
Oh,
Trev with his
That's
ducks.
basically I would love to shoot those things. I love duck all around, baby. Come give me some of that breast.
Clip that. Sorry about your ducks. Oh, Joe's McClellan. Nasim Nunez in office.
Really?
By the way, stud.
All right.